So 6 and 17 their freshman year. Okay. 13 and 8 their sophomore year. 16 and 5 last year. Now we've got 11 and 7. Been through a lot. And put together one of the better runs in Ottumwa girls basketball in quite some time, which we're super proud of. There's some things that we don't have to talk about from their freshman year that we all know about. We're just going to skip past those, okay? But I want to point out some scores from that year that really stood out to me that aren't the other ones we're thinking of, okay? Lost to Fort Madison, 42-30. Okay, lost to Mount Pleasant, 43-29 and 44-12. Lost to Fairfield, 63-24. Lost to Des Moines North, 55-26 and 42-18. Lost to Des Moines Lincoln, 48-29 and 45-35. Lost to Washington, 38-25. Okay? Now, the last 2 years, beat Fort Madison 46-43 in overtime. The first overtime game or win in my tenure as a head coach here. Beat Mount Pleasant last year 52-29 and 50-17. Beat Fairfield 53-30. Beat Des Moines North 87-14 and 71-14. Beat Des Moines Lincoln 63-19 and 58-18. And we beat Washington 46-34. Okay? So those things don't just change because. All right? They don't just happen because. Okay, we went from losing games by double digits to now winning those same games with the same group of girls by double digits. Okay, and that says a lot about these girls because that freshman year they could have packed it in. And they didn't. They kept working. Okay? So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call each girl up here and I'm going to say a few things about them. All right, Sylvie, come on up.
The jerseys.
I've been blessed in my career to have some of the best basketball managers, and Sylvie Monahan is one of them. Okay, Sylvie could legitimately run every one of our practices. Each and every day she comes in and makes sure that the hoops are down, the scoreboard is up and running, the basketballs are out, and the girls have whatever they need. During the game, she keeps the book, makes sure the uniforms are ready, except for that one time, and make sure everything is packed up and ready to go home. Okay. Managers are such an important role that unfortunately don't get recognized enough, and Sylvie deserves every piece of recognition she can get. So Sylvie, thank you for everything you've done for our team. Camden was one of those young freshmen who was thrown into the fire right away in her career, and as the point guard, the one who probably took the brunt of more than anybody. Camden has helped out lead this team the last 4 years from the point guard spot. I've had the honor as an assistant coach of coaching a great point guard, and now I've had the honor as a head coach of also coaching one. She's a coach on the court and makes everyone get organized and makes my job easier. Okay? Also, speaking about being a coach on the court, whenever the officials don't hear me, they hear her. Okay? Camden makes any coach's job easier. Okay? To have a point guard that can get your team out and running, that has a point guard that can get your offense and defense organized. It just makes things smooth, it makes things happen, and she's one of the best that we have had. So, great job. Maya might be one of the most naturally gifted athletes that I've ever had the pleasure of coaching. She's physically gifted and has been able to use that to her advantage over the last 4 years. She's a player that can and has brought a big spark to our team offensively and defensively. When Maya gets going, she's a pain defensively and can knock down shots from anywhere. Maya had a great rundown block in the corner this year that I think spiked off the baseline wall, and that was amazing. And I think that everyone on our team would agree that if we need a half-court shot, we have one player that we're going to, and that's Maya Fuller.
Oh, yeah.
So great career, Maya. You're good. Hunter's another one of those players that saw that immediate playing time as a freshman. And as a post player, making the jump from 8th grade to varsity was not easy. It was really physical. The physicality of the game took its toll on Hunter. And she's been through a lot over the last 4 years, but was always honest with our coaching staff, and I appreciate that. Hunter's growth as a player and a person has been tremendous, and I'm thankful to have coached her for 4 years. Hunter's done an amazing job and has taken some underclassmen under her wing, and she's helped guide them. I know that I appreciate that, but I think those younger girls appreciate that more. Thank you, Hunter. Claudia joined our program this year as a foreign exchange student, and we couldn't have asked for a better addition to our team. She came to me this fall and expressed that she was interested in playing. She's a delight to be around and always has a smile on her face. I think my favorite memory is probably our senior girls deciding last week that they wanted Claudia to start tonight. Okay?
Thank you.
And I think that says a lot to her. But my favorite, I think on top of that, was when I had to tell her that. And the look on her face was unbelievable. And I think just the energy that she's brought to our team and just the kind-hearted person she is means a lot. So thank you, Claudia. We're glad to have you. If someone was to ask me to define what a team player is, I would tell them to watch film on Cami Pauls for the last 4 seasons. Okay? Cami's one of the most selfless players that I've ever coached, and I cannot stress enough how much that means to me and this team. Cami will do anything that we ask her to do and never complains about it. She's one of the loudest cheerleaders on the sideline and always seems to be in the right place on the court. She's made sure not to let me live down some dumb comments, and that's okay. She has every right for that. Okay?
Like what?
But Cami, you've worked your tail off. And I know that I appreciate it and your team does too. Thank you.
Riley's short write-up probably took me the longest to write last night. She's been the heart and soul of our defense for 4 years. She's drawn some tough matchups. She's never once backed down from it. But I think even more meaningful to that was her development as a player and understanding what this team needs. She gives the team everything she needs to the best of her ability. I think what means the most to me was the hours of film that she wanted. We sat at home late nights watching film, and that was a bond that is deeper than basketball. Very few coaches ever get the honor of coaching their child, and an honor has been.
Last but not least is Nellie. Similar to Hunter, Nellie was forced into the post of varsity basketball early on, and she had to learn on the fly. Nellie's grown so much as a player over 4 years, she was called for more travels than everyone I've seen her freshman year. But if you can think about that, Nellie also followed that up with a Euro step last week against North. Okay? So the growth that she's made as a player is tremendous. Nellie and I have formed a great relationship over the last 4 years, and I've truly enjoyed coaching her and watching her grow. This kid can bring a smile to my face at any time and has an attitude on the court that's second to none. Thank you, Nellie. Next, I want to thank the freshman, sophomore, and junior parents. Thank you for help getting this all set up and organizing it. None of this would be possible without you, and I appreciate your help. Finally, senior parents, thank you for trusting me with your child over the last 4 years. It hasn't been easy, but your support, encouragement for your child is much appreciated. There's been laughs, tears, and arguments, but what can we expect from these girls, okay? We've known them from the time that they're in kindergarten, and we really can't be surprised by that. But it's truly been an honor to coach each and every one of them. So thank you all. I appreciate it.